Okay, so I had another exciting dream last night. Actually, I'm not going to tell you the one from last night. I'm going to tell you the one from 2 nights ago. And this is because I was dreaming about snakes, and my 3-year-old daughter, Lena, has also been dreaming about snakes the last 2 nights. Um, so in this dream, there's a crowd of people, and we're following them. We're on some sort of trail, and it's me, Lena, and Brooke, and Eric. Well, in front of the path, the people in front had stopped because they saw a snake, and I remember looking around the crowd and seeing the snake, and thinking, okay, I need to go get the girls because I want to make sure that they don't get bit by the snake. So as I'm walking back to Lena and Brooke, the snake's following me. And I'm starting to get a little nervous. Eric's just sitting there with his hands in his pockets, doesn't seem very concerned at all, just hanging out. And for some reason, having a hard time gathering Lena and Brooke. I feel like the snake is right behind me. And suddenly I notice there's two other snakes. So there's a large snake, a small snake, and an itty bitty snake. Well, I look to my right, and there's a girl standing there, probably in her mid 20s, and this little snake goes up her sleeve. I remember thinking, wow, she's awful calm. I felt like she should have been a little bit more nervous about the snake being up her sleeve, but she just seemed to be more fascinated than anything else. Um, so then I get the girls, and I'm kind of trying to get away from these snakes, but then Eric wasn't helping either, but he didn't seem to be concerned. The only one concerned in this whole dream, apparently, was me. Um, and I'm not really sure why, because in waking life, snakes don't bother me at all. I'm kind of fascinated by them. But so anyway, So then I jump. The dream jumps to a different dream scene, and now I'm in some sort of amusement park, and there's these it's like blue, pink, and yellow sled, like toboggan sled kayak thing hanging from ropes, and you're supposed to get on the sled, and it took you through like it's a small world type of amusement park ride. So it's me, Lena, and then Brooke. But we're not seatbelted in, and it's pretty high up off the ground. I remember being on the ride, being nervous because I can't reach Brooke, and I'm afraid she's going to fall off because she doesn't get that she's supposed to just sit there. So I'm trying to reach her and I can't. And then finally, I get somebody's attention and I get them to stop the ride. They stop the ride. I get off with Brooke, and all is good. Um, so the next morning, I was talking to Lena about her. She actually woke up and she was crying because she said she had nightmares and she didn't want to go to school. But she said, I can't go to school because I had nightmares. So what were your nightmares about? What happened? She said there were snakes and the germs. So she was dreaming about snakes and germs, and she had told me the night before that she was dreaming about snakes and germs. So I asked her what happened, and she said that the snakes were trying to keep the germs away. So in her dream, the snakes weren't bad. The snakes were actually protecting her from the germs. Um, which is interesting because I thought for sure that she was afraid of snakes, but apparently that was me projecting onto her what I thought she felt. Um, she also had said something about being on a surfboard, and the snakes were helping her on the surfboard um, to get over the waves. And she was really scared about the germs. And I know we always say to her, you know, you need to wash your hands, don't touch this, don't do that, because of germs, and germs are going to make you sick. So while she was so scared of these germs, she said, well, you know, not all germs are bad. And she goes, oh. She said, well, the germs were on the surfboard too, and they were helping me. The snakes and the germs were helping me get over the waves. And so I thought it was interesting by changing her perception of what germs are, that they're not all bad, made her feel like she could change what her dream was about. Now, maybe she is 3.5, so there is a great possibility that she was making this up as we go along, and mommy was just having a good old time following along. But she also had told me about being at the beach with some friends and being on a surfboard with Brooke. And I said to her, was mommy there? And I knew she was going to say this. And she said rather matter of factly, yeah. And I thought, she was reminding me, it was like she was reminding me of pieces of my dream that I had forgotten. Because as she was saying it, it was almost like I knew what she was going to say next. She had said that we were at a party on the beach with some friends and cooking hot dogs. And I remembered that. And we do that every Saturday, but I remember dreaming that. So it was, but I had forgotten. I had mentioned that part of the dream to her. So it was interesting that she was on a surfboard in the waves. And in my dream, I was on this surfboard toboggan sled thing in the sky on ropes. But it was the three of us on the board. And the more I thought about it, there was another section of my dream that I was in the ocean and there was a party on the beach, um, friends of ours. So I'm just curious to how much study has been done with parents and their children and dreaming. I mean, do people talk to their children about dreams? Do they really try to um, do they really ask questions and get the most out of their child's dream? Help them remember as much as they can, or is it just a child says they have a nightmare and you tell them it's not real and that's the end of it? Because maybe that's not helping. Maybe if you talk to them about their dreams, like I talked to Lena and about the germs not all being bad, she was able to change her perception. And maybe in the next dream, the germs won't be chasing her. They'll be her friends. Um, so I'm going to continue exploring dreams with Lena. I'm really enjoying learning um, that it's a great connection. I learn a lot about myself and Lena, and it's a lot of fun. So if anybody else has dreams that they're sharing with their children and want to share, I would love to hear them, whether it's on video or you just email me or you see me on the street and you say, hey, Nicole, so-and-so had a dream, and I want to tell you about it. I would love to hear it. So thanks for listening, and I will share more dreams to come. Have a great day.